Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm finally doing it after everyone that I know told me to do it. So here we go. Today I thought I would start with a makeup video of me doing a full face of just Glossier makeup. Glossier is my favorite makeup brand. I love just their whole branding and their social media presence, their products, the whole natural minimalistic look, their packaging, that they're cruelty free. A lot of their things are vegan. I just love Glossier. So I use, like, I'd say 80% of my daily makeup, maybe 75 is Glossier. I do switch things up. I have a lot of makeup, but I thought today I would just do an entire look only using Glossier. I thought it would be fun to share some of my favorites because I love Glossier so much. I'm always talking about it and people are always asking me like, oh, like, what are your favorite Glossier products? So I just thought, since people know I love Glossier, I would do this first. And I just got a couple things in the mail that I ordered this week. So one of it's like their new eyeshadow. So I thought I would go ahead and just share like a little full face of Glossier video. I do have a link. I'm not like affiliated with Glossier or anything, but I do have a little link that you can get. I think it's 10% off and free shipping on your first purchase of Glossier. So it's just like, because I shop there a lot, I can give like a friend a discount. So yeah, check it out if you're interested, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I am going to start off with just getting the complexion out of the way for the rest of the makeup. Oh wait, before I do that, I do want to put on some lip balm just to kind of prep the lips for lip product. So this is the Glossier Coconut Balm.com. I love this. It's very well loved, very well used. And this is really great because you can put this on your lips, your cuticles, dry patches. It's just kind of like a universal salve for your skin. So and the coconut's my favorite, but they have so many. So there's even some tinted ones, but I just love the coconut. And then I'm going to go right into my face. So I'm going to be using the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. I don't use any primers. I just moisturize my skin as normal and did my skincare. So I'm just going to go right in with this. I'm not a primer kind of person. I am in the shade G11, which is the second to lightest. And when I did visit a Glossier store most recently when I bought this, this is the color they matched me to. So I usually like to give it a little bit of a shake. And this provides really nice light coverage. So typically what I do is I just kind of drizzle a little bit on. Okay. And then I just use my fingers. This is meant to be really light coverage. So just blend it in. I blend it in as I would a moisturizer. So if you like a super full coverage look, this is definitely not for you. This is just kind of like a tinted moisturizer. I feel like this is actually a lot lighter than a lot of tinted moisturizers. This is just to kind of even everything out lightly and provide like some more evenness to your skin. So when my skin looks pretty good and I don't have a lot of like redness or blemishes, I like to use this for like a lighter makeup. So that's that. And then I'm going to go in with my concealer, which is the Stretch Concealer. Concealer is one of those products I like a thicker, like heavier concealer just to conceal everything because I don't like a lot of heavy makeup on my face. So if I'm going to be using concealer, I want it to really like blur and take care of everything. So I know Glossier makeup's very light, so I was kind of on the fence about if I'd like this or not, and I love it. I actually just ordered a new one because I'm almost out of this, but it is amazing. And this I have in G12, so this one's G11. It's the second lightest shade Glossier makes. This is in G12, so it is the lightest shade because concealer you always want to be a little lighter. So I just take my finger in this, and it's just a really nice light color. And I'm just gonna start kind of dabbing it. Okay, so I did just blend in some concealer under my eyes as well, and I finished blending it into any like red spots or blemishes that I have. So this is what it looks like now. This concealer does crease really easily because of its like super soft dewy consistency, so I do always want to set it in place. I like using the Glossier powder, which I do use every single day in my routine. So these are two things every single day, no matter what, I am using them. And I have the Powder in the G12, G11 shade because that's the lightest. And this is my favorite setting powder of all time. It doesn't make you look cakey. It leaves a really nice natural finish to the skin, but sets everything in place. So I'm just taking a brush, picking up some of it. Okay, so it looks like the only non-Glossier thing I have to use today is bronzer. I do want to go ahead and use bronzer today, but Glossier doesn't have a bronzer as of right now. So my favorite bronzer is the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Bronzing Powder in Aruba. I've gone through like 10 of these. I've used it for years. And I feel like it goes really well with Glossier makeup because it has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's not going to leave you looking like really cakey or over glittery. It just looks really natural. So I'm going to go ahead, and I always use a stippling brush so I don't get too much product because I'm fair. I'm going to go ahead and just... I just took a little bronzer, extra bronzer over my nose, just because I like that kind of like sun-washed look. And now I'm going to go ahead and do eyes. So this is the new Glossier Sky Wash liquid eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow. They're matte. So Glossier has another product called Lid Star, which is more of a like shimmery, sparkly cream eyeshadow. This one is going to be matte and a little bit more natural looking, I guess, more pigmented. So I got the color Valley, which is this like really pretty peach. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some to my eyelid. And that probably looks like really crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger to blend it in. I like to blend it up towards the brow to give more shape. I really like this color. This is like my favorite kind of color to wear, so that's the one I picked. And then I don't typically wear like eyeliner every day, but since I am trying to use a lot of Glossier products, I will show what eyeliners I like, and I'll go ahead and use those. This is the Glossier, what is this one called? Pro Tip. And this is their new felt tip liquid eyeliner. I really like this. I don't use a lot of liquid eyeliners because I think that I can just get like too carried away. I think that's kind of hard to make a cat eye. But I really like this because it has such a tiny little tip. It's really hard to go overboard. So it's really hard to make your line too thick or make your wing too fat. It's really easy. You have a lot of control because it's a small pencil, and you're really able to get in there and make the perfect little wing. So I struggle with making wings on my liner, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this off camera. Okay, eyeliner's done. Just did a little bit. See, super thin, like natural line. It's not like gigantic wings. Really easy, super user friendly, especially if you're like me and you have a hard time doing eyeliner like that. And then to tie it all together, I rarely use bottom eyeliner. I really use like eyeliner in general, but when I do, I really like this Glossier Play Color Slide Liner. This is in the color Candyland. It's like a peachy color, and it'll go really nice with the eyeshadow we already used. So I'm just gonna use... Okay, we've made it to mascara. Glossier has one. It's called Lash Slick. I can honestly say this is not my favorite mascara. I have a lot of mascaras in my collection of makeup that I think are way more volumizing and lengthening than this, but this is just a very natural looking mascara. It also is long wearing without being really hard to take off. Eyes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and do brows. So I use Glossier Boy Brow, and I use it in blonde even though I'm brunette because I don't like my eyebrows to get too dark since they already are thicker eyebrows. So I use blonde. I think it just adds the perfect amount of tint. And I'm gonna get close. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna use my favorite shade of Glossier Cloud Paint. This is their cheek color. This is Dusk. This is my favorite. It's like a nude color. I've gone through a couple of these. I like all the colors, but this is my favorite. So what I do is just take a little bit and just put it right on my cheek. Then you can use your fingers. I personally like blending it with a brush better. And I'm just gonna blend it out. This blush is so long wearing. And then I like to take a little bit on the nose. Now it's time for highlight. This is my favorite highlighter. I do use this every single day no matter what. This is the Glossier Halo Scope highlighter, and I get mine in the color Quartz. I actually have a brand new one because I just ran out of mine, so this is the first time using my new one. This is a really great natural looking highlight. I always do a little bit on the tip of the nose. I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. Step is lips, and this is kind of an iconic Glossier product. I think if most people own one thing from Glossier, it's probably their lip gloss, which they're kind of famous for. But instead of using the clear one, I want to use the red one because it's my favorite. It just has a nice tint, and I know it looks super red, but when you put it on, it just has a little bit of a rosy tint, so I feel like it doesn't wash me out. Okay, so that is the full face of Glossier makeup. I'm really excited to share some of my favorite Glossier products with you. And thank you for everyone who encouraged me to make a YouTube channel. I'm excited to expand this in the next couple weeks. This has been like 10 years coming. Okay, bye.